AITA for telling my friend's BF that he shouldn't have been allowed to eat? Some friends and I decided to do the trend where we have a dinner and everybody brings a food that starts with the first letter of their name. There is one friend of ours that's a bit of a moocher. Whenever we go out, she never pays for stuff. Whether it's the dinner bill, tickets for the movies, etc. We always end up paying for her. But everyone accepted this and doesn't really have an issue with it. However, recently, it's become worse. She's been dating this guy for a couple of months and she brings him everywhere with her, even when he's not invited. So now we have two people to pay for. Also, I feel like I have to say that they have jobs. They're not struggling. It'd be different if they were broke. Then of course I wouldn't mind. But yeah, we had the dinner last night and everybody brought food and put a lot of effort into it. These two, however, showed up with absolutely nothing. Not even a bottle of soda. We were annoyed but nobody said anything. It wasn't until the end of the night when they were leaving that I cracked a little. The friend's BF was taking home all the barbecue ribs that were left. I repeat, all of it, and it was a lot. Like damn. Be considerate. At least he emptied the entire tray of ribs into a container. That's when I politely asked, can you maybe not take all of it? The others might want some too. He got all defensive and asked, why are you treating me like I'm stealing all the food? Quote, I clarified that I never said such a thing and that I only asked that he didn't take all of it. He got angry, plopped the ribs back and said, fine, I don't need your food, to which I replied, it kinda seems like you do, and to be honest, you shouldn't have eaten at all since you didn't contribute again. As usual. Then my friend came, took him and just left without saying anything. Now apparently, she's angry with us, mainly me. Most of my friend group doesn't think I did anything wrong, but there are a couple who are saying that I shouldn't have said anything. The thing is that I didn't even say anything to my friend because I don't mind that she doesn't contribute. Her boyfriend was the one irritating me. He eats the most food but doesn't contribute. Drinks the most alcohol, doesn't contribute. Orders really expensive meals at restaurants, doesn't contribute towards the bill. I guess I got kind of annoyed and snapped at him. I tried phoning her to clarify that I don't have any issue with her, but she's ignoring me. I dunno. Maybe I should have left well enough alone. You're NTA for this event. But why on earth do you and your friends tolerate them mooching like that? Tell them that they need to pay their own way. And do it. If you go to a movie, buy your own tickets and let them pay or leave. Get separate checks at restaurants when the server first comes to the table. Tell them you'll need separate checks. As a former restaurant employee, I can tell you that it's fairly easy to split a check if you know it'll be split before you start entering things. And a royal pain to go back and split a check you entered together. You and your friends have been complete doormats. When you let bad behavior repeatedly go unchallenged, it never stops and often worsens. NTA, and you should tell them both that you can't afford to support your own habit and theirs too. Quote, honestly, who wants friends like that anyway? NTA, their freeloading needs to stop being tolerated. It's very nice of you to not mind doing it for your friend. But how good of a friend is she if she brings another non-contributor? NTA. Someone needed to say something to them or it would just continue. However, I don't think you should be making a distinction between your friend and the BF, as they are both in the wrong here. Honestly, I would stop inviting them to join y'all. You all have created a mooched monster by not putting a stop to her behavior ages ago. But it is time. She is an adult and needs to pay her way. NTA. NTA, if he's going to eat everyone's food without contributing, he shouldn't be surprised when someone calls him out on it. It's not fair for him to take advantage of your generosity. The fact that he got defensive and then stormed off with your friend without saying anything speaks volumes about his character. Don't let them guilt trip you. You did the right thing by speaking up. NTA, your friend and her boyfriend are taking advantage. Make it a rule that she should pay for herself from now on. 2. Otherwise she'll expect this every time, and she'll expect you to do this for every person she invites along. She sounds like the type who only comes along for the freebies. NTA doesn't sound like people worth knowing anyways, TBH. Stop inviting them. And don't let them know when you're having a get-together. NTA for speaking up. Kinda the for not saying anything before now. NTA. They are moochers. NTA. He was stealing the food. How often does he do this? That stuff should have been stopped a long time ago. She thinks it's okay and it's not. NTA. I get the point that others are making about how you approached it in the moment. But they're regular moochers, and now he gets to load up on the leftovers too? I'd have lost my mind. You showed restraint compared to what you could have said. You and your friends allowed one friend to take advantage of you. Not because she is disadvantaged, but because none of you could handle the hard conversation with her. She now has a BF that is just like her. Only he eats and drinks more. This couple probably have nice bank accounts because they are cheap. They probably don't spend much on food or entertainment because they use people. They will probably stay home if they have to pay their way. They aren't your friends. They're your parasites. You were rude. Adults have the hard talk before they bubble over. I vote NTA because you just happen to be the first one to crack. Learn from this. Speak up sooner and privately. Don't hold resentment until you explode. YTF are you guys enabling her mooching? And now her BFS mooching? Tell her she's not welcome back until she pays back everyone and her BF is not invited. If he shows up with her, neither will be allowed in. Don't let these people live off you guys. NTA. Your friend's boyfriend sounds like a major moocher, and it's understandable that you got frustrated. It's not fair for him to eat all the food without contributing anything. Your friend should be understanding of your concerns and address the issue instead of ignoring you. Ash. You and your friends suck because you knew this was going to happen. None of you were surprised. None of you did anything to prevent the continuation of this irritating behavior. If it doesn't bother you, fine. But it clearly does, and you finally blew up at him. You say that when your friend does it, it's fine. And you all have accepted it. I don't believe that either, as you clearly described her recurring behavior. Your friends that are siding with you were clearly also annoyed by the behavior. You and your friends should have made it clear that only people who contribute are allowed to eat. Before the event, your friend and boyfriend suck for the obvious reason of being mooches. NTA. But seriously, your friend group needs to let her know her behavior isn't acceptable. It's 100% cool to cover all the costs if a friend is unemployed or underemployed and can't pay for things. We're all here to pick each other up. But that's not the case at all in your scenario. Sounds like a few people need to chat with her about her behavior and how it impacts the group. NTA. But good lord, you and the rest of your friends need to grow spines. Stop inviting those two. NTA. Moochers will do whatever they can to make you feel awkward calling them out. It doesn't matter if they're desperately broke or financially solvent. They are entitled to your stuff because they don't see you as an equal. They were only nice to you before being called out because they were getting what they wanted. There's no reasoning with unreasonable people. Your other friends are spineless doormats and should have spoken up in your defense when the entitled moocher became offended.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.